Not sure if you guys can hear me very well. I don't have the sound plugged in. I just climbed in the aircraft, shut the door, buckled myself in. It is Friday the 30th of March. Good Friday. Happy Easter, everybody. We are going back up to Rockford today. We got a few issues, a few gremlins that we need to get squared away, which isn't surprising given, how much work was done behind the panel. So we're headed up there. We're going to spend the day working on the plane and getting the few little things tweaked to where they should be. I'll talk about what they are on the way up there. There's just a small list. Somebody had asked if I could record the entire startup process and everything. I said, sure, I'll do that. It's just doing the checklist, so I'll be yelling until I can get everything fired up and get the sound going here. That's it. Let's have some fun. High pressure system is over western Missouri, giving us slightly northerly winds, but they're light. 5 to 10 today is all it's supposed to be. Right now it's probably not even that. That's about it. Let me get started. Alright, before engine start checklist. Pre-flight inspection complete. Passenger briefing is complete. There are no passengers. Seatbelt, shoulder harness is adjusted and locked. Seats set. Fuel shutoff is on the fullest. I run with the left main usually because my fat butt sitting on this side of the plane. Heater and air vents are closed. Standby alternator switch is off. Autopilot master switch is off. Landing gear selector is down. ES and magneto switches are both off. Avionics master off. Electrical equipment off. Circuit breakers are all in. Trim is set. Control movement is free and correct. Landing gear emergency handle is clear, is forward and clear. The door is latched. Okay, starting procedure. Parking brake is set. Carb heat, exercise and close. Prop, exercise and full forward. Throttle, exercise and close. Mixture, exercise, full rich. Master switch on. Fuel boost pump. Standby alternator switch on. That's a change. JPI fuel is already set. Fuel boost pump on. Fuel pressure we're looking for here is up. Fuel boost pump off. Flashing beacon is on. Prime, she likes when she's cold 5 pumps of the primer and 1 shot of throttle. Every plane I've ever flown is different. Okay, there's number 5. 1 shot of the throttle, then we go it in about 1/4 inch. Propeller area clear. Clear! EIS switch on. We go for start. Bring it back to 1,000 RPM. And lean the mixture. Check oil pressure, it looks good. Amp meter is charging. Fuel pressure, good. Turning bank on. And we'll get the radio stack on. Now I'll be able to start recording on the phone. Okay, there we go. I got to do the slap so I can time the sound to the picture there. Radio master is on. The fuel timer I started. You saw me do that. All right, autopilot master switch. We run it through a self-test here, and what we're looking for is these lights to cycle up, back down, now down. Green ready light, on, green ready light. Turn the autopilot on, turn it with the knob, see how the thing is turning, and you override it. Now we turn it the other way. Thing is turning, override it. Now we set the heading bug. And we push in and we drive it with the heading bug. Gotta do it this way first. There it goes. Because I had it all the way to the right already. And back to the right. It is good. Now we do the altitude hold. And we're looking for these lights. So I'm going to pull back. And that up light is going to, or the down light, sorry. Of course, it wants to trim down. Push it forward. Trim up. Autopilot off. And everything is free. All right. Let's go ahead and lock this screen so it doesn't rotate on me anymore. So autopilot checks out good. Fuel valves. We're on the left main. Bluetooth all devices. They are, should already be done actually. We go to settings. Bluetooth is on. The Flight Stream 210 is connected, and the PMA, this one is connected. Okay, 121.5. Let's bring the radios online here. Bring the second radio online. Go 121.5. And what we're listening for is to see if our ELT somehow, and it didn't. There's no sound there. So we're on channel 2 and that. All right, so ATIS we're going to listen to and record. I got to get that clean with some contact cleaner.
Port information, Oscar 1152 Zulu, wind 010 at 3, visibility 10. Ceiling 2000 broken. Temperature 2, dew point -7, altimeter 3022. Visual approach use landing and departing runway 27.
27.
Advise on initial contact. You have information, Oscar.
Oscar. Well, maybe they'll give us 5. Okay.
Quad City Airport information. Oscar 1152 Zulu, wind 0.
Okay, we have Oscar. We're not going IFR today. Although last week, Thursday and Friday, I spent the entire 2 days. I had 2 IFR. I did my instrument proficiency check, is what it's called, and we got that squared away. So now we are set and feeling pretty good about it because I did all right. Okay, clearance delivery. Let's pull up our plate. We want our. Okay, that probably recorded, but that's all right. I'll just edit that out. So we're back. I'm going to smack one more time just in case I need to edit anything funny. Okay, so let's continue on with our checklist. Let's see, where were we? We're calling clearance delivery, 124.05. Get out our scratch pad. Quad City clearance delivery, Comanche 6928 Papa at the South Tees with Oscar.
Comanche 6928 Papa, Quad City clearance.
Good morning, sir. VFR to Rockford 3,500, please.
Comanche 6928 Papa, maintain VFR to below 4,000, departure frequency 125.905, squawk 0312.
At or below 4, 125.95, 0312 in the box for 6928 Papa.
Comanche 28 Papa, read back correct.
Okay. Going to Rockford, K. ARFD. Home.
Fish at 9 Whiskey,
Got
Quad
that.
City Tower, turn right heading 310.
125.95.
Clear for takeoff.
Is going to be our departure frequency because we're headed north. Okay, back to the checklist. Program the GPS we did. Transponder is set. Lights are good. I forgot to turn on the magneto. I got to get used to that. Okay, so they're both on now. Lights are set. Directional gyro is good. Note the wind. There isn't much of one. Hopefully they give us 5. Comm radios are set. Need 121.9 in here. For ground. Nav radios are set. Airspeed is good. Altimeter 3022, I believe is what he said it was. Yep. Actually, that's why. There we go. VSI is set. Flaps are up. Trim is set. Landing gear indicator is green. Taxiing checklist. Got a skidding turn. We're going to check this when we brake, so we're going to check. Brakes are good. All ground. And now we bring up another plate so that I can mark out our taxi route.
Jet 9 Whiskey, contact departure, have a safe flight.
Okay, he's working all Quad City ground. Comanche 6928 Papa at the T's, looking for permission to taxi to the active.
Comanche 6928 Papa, Quad City Tower, correction, Quad City ground, wind 010 at 4. Which runway would you prefer?
If I could get 5 at Kilo 1, that'd be awesome.
Comanche 6928 Papa, runway 5, taxi to Kilo.
5 via Kilo, 6928 Papa, thank you. All right, short taxi.
Comanche 28 Papa, Quad City altimeter 3023, wind 010 at 4.
3023, 6928 Papa. Okay, so, nice short taxi. I told Cliff I'd be there at 8. I'm going to be about 25 minutes late. Come out here, we'll do our run-up, maybe 30 minutes late. And we'll talk about on our short flight up there what problems, you know, just, and they're just some simple things that went a little sideways. And, you know, I'm really, like I said before, I'm not surprised. They were doing a ton of stuff back there, all this and this and this. It's not surprising. Something didn't quite go together quite right. Okay, so we're taxiing out here. Oil temperature is up a little bit. 110 right there, you can see it. Okay, so we're at Kilo. Nobody coming. We're going left to Kilo 1, I believe it is. Yeah, 1. I go cutting the corner again. We'll come up here and we'll do our run up. Get her pointed a little bit over here into the wind. All right. We're at the hold short line. Brakes. Set. Okay, let's get on to our checklist. I want to clear all this. A little bit chilly here this morning. There we go. All right. Brake set. Doors and windows closed and locked. Flight controls. Free and correct. Flight instruments. There's that rattle. Directional gyro. Looks good. Throttle to 1500 RPM. Mixture rich, throttle to 1500 RPM. Now we're going to cycle the prop. RPMs drop. Back in. Manifold pressure rises. Back in. Now what we're looking for is a little wiggle on the oil pressure gauge. And a little wiggle right there. Back in. Now we go to 2,000 RPM. And we're going to check the EIS. Back on. It takes about a half a second. Boom. Magneto. You won't see hardly any drop at all. Back on. But we know it's working because we shut the EIS off. And we got oil pressure, oil temperature, fuel pressure. Everything looks good. Oh, carb heat. Carb heat's working. Amp meter was good. Throttle to idle. Good idle. Back to 1,000. Okay, now we lean it back out here. Pre-takeoff checks. All right, circuit breakers for another check here. All in. Radio set to tower. Next frequency is set. Trim, final check. Primer's in and locked. Carb heat is closed. Prop full forward. Throttle friction lock is loose. Mixture is ready to go for when we roll on. Carb heat. I already checked that. That's right. Mixture. Flaps are up. Floor is clear. Pitot heat we're not going to need. Transponder is on alt. Fuel boost pump. We'll get that as we roll on. Landing and taxi lights we'll get as we roll. Strobes we'll get as we roll. Review the takeoff checklist. Call the tower. Alright, compass to runway, throttle full, slowly forward, engine gauges tech. We rotate about 80 miles an hour today. Climb out of V1. Here, flaps, 100 cruise climb. Okay. Quad City Tower, Comanche 6928, pop at the intersection, Kilo 1 and 5, we're ready for takeoff.
Comanche 6928, Papa Quad City Tower, proceed on course Rockford, runway 5, clear for takeoff.
On course Rockford, runway 5, cleared for takeoff, 6928 Papa. Okay, so gas, lights, strobes, mixture. We are, prop is full forward, we are ready to go. Runway is clear. No vehicles, no birds. On center line, wind is going to be a very slight left to right. And we'll advance the throttle slowly. Flying right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. That's all the way in full throttle. We'll lock it down. Airspeed is alive. Engine gauges look good. There's 75 miles an hour. There's 80. We rotate and fly her off. There's 90. We're out of runway. Gear coming up. Get her into a VY climb here. Engine gauges look good. There's VY. And let's go ahead and get her in.
28 Papa, contact departure, have a safe flight.
28 Papa, over to departure, thank you. Quad C departure, Comanche 6928 Papa, indicating 1,300 in the climb. We're going to slide into a cruise climb.
6928 Papa, Quad City departure, good morning. Radar contact, climb to your VFR requested altitude and proceed on course to Rockford.
6928 Papa, on course to Rockford, climbing to 3,500. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Okay, 056, we'll go ahead and bring that fuel boost pump off. Back it down to 2,500 RPM. We're in the cruise climb now. All right, gears up. All right, we're in the climb, and we are trimmed for the climb. A little bit more down. There it is. Okay. We're on course Rockford, 056. $1,000, 2,500, we're going 3,500. Gauges look good. Fuel pressure, oil pressure looks good. Cylinder heads look good. Climbing it right out 1,000 feet a minute. 130 miles an hour indicated. There's 3,000 going to 3,500. Drift and slightly left course here. We're going to come back over to it. $3,300 going to 3,500. Almost there. $3,450. Start leveling off. And we'll let the speed build. Today's power setting is going to be 24.323. Speed's building up. All right. So 24.3.
Quad City altimeter 3022.
And since I do not have a carb temperature gauge, I cannot make an adjustment for temperature. I know it's probably a little bit colder. We'll back it off a smidge. And we'll lose 100 feet we gained. And we're going to start leaning here. And we want to get, about 1,400. 13, that's about 1,400 right there. So we're going to hit lean find, reach a peak, and we're going to start leaning. Cleanest, number 6 at 1,250. Now we're going to go 100 degrees reach a peak. There's 25. 30, 42, 48, 'Let that catch up, it's still going up here. 60. 70. 'Well, she will not get to 100 rich a peak. She'll do 75, and that's where we're at right there. So we are going to leave it there. And we're back into the scan. A few little bumps. All right, so why are we going up there? Well, we got a small list of things here. Let's go ahead through our cruise. Throttle prop mixture. Fuel pump is off. Engine gauges look
good morning,
good.
To the Twin Cessna
Leading indicator, autopilot if needed.
12,000 for 11,000.
And we don't.
Chancellor 313 Romeo Whiskey, Quad City approach, good morning. Quad City altimeter 3022, descend and maintain 10,000. Okay, down to 10,000.
Okay, so we have just some minor things. The carb temperature is not showing, which means it's just not hooked up. Something didn't get hooked up. The right tip tank reading, you see that? It's reading like it's way full. It's not, it's about half full. Same as this one, so I think something's become disconnected. We are installing a new starter today. As you saw, it's slow turning over, so I got two things I'm going to try to rectify that with. And part of it might be that electronic ignition. Just, it draws more, maybe. So I'm putting on a lightweight, higher revving starter that I got off of, it's a Skytech starter. And I'm installing what's called the Bogart battery box modification. And what that is it's just a solid copper cable between coming out of the battery box to the copper cables I have running to the starter motor. Right now there's a braided aluminum line that does the ground, and I'm thinking maybe there's a little bit too much resistance, you know, because that line is probably from 1960. There might be just too much resistance in it, so we're gonna do this mod to get it as best we can and see if we can't get that thing to spin quicker and start. And it started, you know, so I'm not, it's just helping it, and a starter isn't that expensive of an object. We're also putting a new bayonet probe in number 5. You see how that's reading quite a bit less there? I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but so I'm going to put a new bayonet probe on that one. That rattle, that idle, I'm going to try to figure out what that is. And then the circuit breakers down here, the pitot heat breaker is somehow hooked to this EIS. I think the guy, when he was upside down, just put it on the wrong one. So if I had to pull the pitot heat, let's say it shorted out or something, I can't isolate it from the EIS. So we're going to get that taken care of. And that's it. That's the list. Not a major list, but still, just some things to get to get squared away. Everything looks good. We'll get her trimmed out here. Actually, she's feeling pretty good right there. So I'm at 75%.
3022.
Get her level here.
And Quad City 3 Romeo Whiskey, can I just leave the frequency for a couple of minutes?
Chester 3 Romeo Whiskey, it's approved as requested. Frequency change is approved. Just advise when you're back.
Get our true airspeed. So we'll see if we picked up that extra speed. I'm at 75%. And we just want to get this thing, find true airspeed. Our indicated altitude is 3,500. Altimeter setting 3023. Outside air temperature is -2 Celsius. Our calibrated airspeed is 100 and, yeah, we're definitely faster, 165-ish. Okay, so I gotta add 2 miles to this, and I'm indicating 160, let's be conservative here, we'll say 160, that's about, yeah, they're leveled off. Yeah, it's 162, 163, so 165, 165 miles an hour. 147 knots, or 169 miles an hour. So that I did pick up like 2 knots, or like 3 miles an hour with this EIS. That's a good thing.
And
all right.
Quad City 3 Romeo Whiskey's back with you.
I'm still not booked,
Roger.
right? Because book I should be 180 miles an hour, but I'm not too far off. 10 miles an hour. Can live with that. All right.
Quad City approach, Medforce 1.
Medforce 1, Quad City approach, ident, Quad City altimeter 3022.
Medforce 1, ident 022, 1,800 Kelowna base, pop up.
Medforce 1, radar contact, 100 miles.
All right, let's go ahead and switch
northwest
tanks.
Of the Quad City Airport, and proceed on course to Kelowna
So
base.
we're going to go
You
right
have your landing area
main,
in sight.
Medforce 1, roger.
left main off. Fuel pressure is holding. Looking good. Fuel boost pump off.
Comanche 6928 Papa, contact Rockford approach on 126.0. Have a good morning.
60.
6928 Papa over to Rockford 1260. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Let's get the ATIS. Seven 127.6.
Weather, wind 0305 is really 10, ceiling 1000 overcast, temperature 1, dew point -7, altimeter 3023, visual approaches in use, driving departing runway 1, advise on initial contact, you have whiskey. Box information, whiskey 1254 Zulu, weather, wind 0305, visibility 10, ceiling 1000 overcast, temperature 1, dew point -7, altimeter.
Rockford approach, Comanche 6928 Papa, 43 miles southwest of the field with whiskey inbound, full stop.
Comanche 6928 Papa, Rockford approach, Rockford altimeter 3024, enter left base runway 1.
Left base for 13024, 28 Papa. Thank you, sir.
All right. So they want us left base for
West 5004, contact Chicago
One.
Port 135.02, good day. Air Transport 3880 Heavy, contact Chicago Center 133.35, good day.
have one. All right, so we have the nuke plant in sight. We're going to want to go right of the towers. Okay, so we got tower, or we got approach, I'm sorry. We want tower, 118.1. We'll get that in. And we want ground, 121.9. We got that in. To COM 2. All right, so we're cruising right along here. Everything's looking good. Just north of Sterling, Rock Falls. I have the airport in sight. It's not within glide distance, but I do have it in sight. I do want to adjust my fuel. Should have 23 in this tank. We're on the right tank. And we'll land on the right tank. Yeah, this thing driving the heading bug using this on an approach, I practiced that Thursday and a little bit Friday. Well, Friday, no, I hand flew the approaches Friday. But Thursday, I was figuring out, okay, what does all this do, and what is it going to do at the missed approach point, and that type of stuff. Just trying to get used to things. And boy, it is slick. It just buzzes right along. You know, give it direct to a waypoint. At that waypoint, it does its turn. Everything. Only thing I had to control was the altitude. It worked flawlessly, really. I was very happy with it. Very happy. All right, we're 33 miles out. Runway 1. Just messing with the manifold pressure setting here. A few little burbles there. Well, I hope everybody's having a good Easter. My kids are old enough, the Easter bunny doesn't come anymore to my house, which I'm kind of sad about, but it does save me, 5 pounds on my waistline. So I guess there's a good thing with it as well.
Rockford approach, Whiskey 600, 7,000.
Whiskey 600, Rockford approach, Rockford altimeter 3024.
24, Whiskey 600. Rockford approach, Skylane 586 Mike Charlie, 900,000. We have Whiskey, ready for lower.
Skylane 586 Mike Charlie, Rockford approach, Rockford altimeter 3024. Expect visual approach runway 1, all lower for you in a few miles.
Okay, we'll expect visual to runway 1, 3024, 6 Mike Charlie.
Ground speed today, we got a little bit of a headwind, and ForeFlight was projecting a 4-knot
430 November, Rockford.
headwind. And we're 145 knot ground speed. Yeah, that'd be about right. I was true airspeed, maybe it's only 2 knots.
Golden Eagle 30 November, squawk 0213, say approach request. Golden Eagle 8430 November, radar contact 13 miles.
I wonder what a Golden Eagle is.
Gainesville Airport, altitude indicates 3,500. You're 3 miles from Yoder, cross Yoder at or above 2,500, clear GPS runway 32, approach Janesville.
Oh, he's going in Janesville. Got the ATIS already. Thank you, ForeFlight.
Skylane 6 Mike Charlie, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend, maintain 5,000, 6 Mike Charlie. Rockford approach, air transport 3884 at 13,000, Bravo.
Air transport 3884, heavy, Rockford approach, Rockford altimeter 3024. Information Whiskey is current. Expect visual approach runway 1, all lower for you in a few miles.
Okay, we'll get Whiskey 3024.
Just passing over Oregon, Illinois. I like Oregon. It's right on the river, right on the Rock River. It's a pretty little town. No airport. You got to come over here. Mount Morris has got a grass field.
We got Whiskey. And 3884, we'd like lower.
Air transport 3884, heavy, descend and maintain 4,000. Fly heading 080, vector for sequence.
080 on a heading down to 4,000, air transport 3884.
Comanche 6928 Papa, if you could keep your speed up, we'd appreciate it. Contact tower 118.1, good day.
28 Papa, straight to the numbers, keep the speed up, we'll do over to tower, thank you sir.
Rockford Tower, Comanche 6928 Papa, 14 miles southwest of the field. Heading straight for the numbers, going to keep the speed up for traffic.
Comanche 6928 Papa, Rockford Tower, we appreciate that. We do have a couple heavy Boeing 767s. They're still 20 miles behind you, but they're doing almost 3 times your speed. Runway 1 clear to land.
Runway 1 clear to land, 6928 Papa.
Okay, so we're going to go in there fast. So how's this going to work, right? So I'm going to poke the nose down, get into a 400 foot per minute descent, which will level off, dump the speed, throw the gear out, and we're just going to head straight for the numbers and slide right in. So I'm going to do a little bit more, 400 feet a minute will get me in the middle of the airport. I'm going to do like 600 feet a minute because I'm going to need to level off a mile or so out to bleed the speed off to get down to gear and flaps. We're right at the edge of the yellow arc. So far, no bumps, so I'm happy here. Sometimes this happens. It's just timing.
Cessna 54 uniform, Rockford ground. What's your destination? Cessna 54 uniform, maintain VFR at or below 3000. Departure frequency is 121.0 and squawk 4247. Cessna 54 uniform, read back correct, you ready for taxi? Cessna 54 uniform, runway 1, taxi via Alpha Bravo, cross runway 7 at Alpha.
So we're indicating 176 miles an hour, which is right on the edge of the green and the yellow arc. Headed straight for the numbers. Got to keep my descent going. All right, 1,700 feet is pattern altitude. We'll level off there, get the thing slowed down so we can get the legs down, get some drag out. Over the numbers today is at the weight we're going to be at is 80 miles an hour. So there's some bumps. We want to make sure we stay out of the yellow arc in case there's anyone that goes boom. We don't want to bend anything. There's 1,700 feet. We level off. Pull some power back.
040 at 5.
We're going to still go down to 18 inches of manifold pressure because I know that'll get me into gear speed. I can still keep my speed up though. Start adding in a little bleeding it off. She's bleeding it off.
Comanche 28 Papa, where are you parking today?
We're going to Heritage, sir.
Comanche 28 Papa, roger, wind 060 at 3, and if you'd like to land long, that is approved.
We'll land long, sir, 6928 Papa.
All right, so we're going to land long as well. We're really just going to throw everything out there. So I'm headed right for the numbers, and then I'll turn inbound, set down, 1,000 feet short of midfield, maybe 1,500 feet short of midfield for the rollout, and get off the runway because these guys are coming in. All right, there's gear speed, gear coming down. Now we got to get into flap speed. So we pull power. And we want 100 miles an hour. Gears down, gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop. Okay, now we're working throttle to control our rate of descent. I'm at 90. We're going to bleed off the last little bit here. Two notches of flaps, gears down, gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop. Now we're going to use the Comanche's ability to float to our advantage.
Rockford Air Transport 3884 Heavy is visual runway 1.
Air Transport 3884 Heavy, Rockford Tower, wind 050 at 5.
Third notch of flaps in.
Third land on 1, Air Transport 3884.
Dump the flaps and let her roll out. We're not going to brake. We're going to roll out down the runway.
Comanche 2A Papa, continue down the runway, turn right at Foxtrot, taxi to Heritage via Foxtrot, Juliet, stay with me.
Down the runway, right at Foxtrot to Juliet, remain with you to Heritage 6928 Papa.
And thanks for the help today, sir.
No problem, it's always fun to do that now and again.
Yeah.
Rockford Tower, 4854 uniform, ready to go, runway 1.
Cessna 54 uniform, roger, hold short runway 1 for taxiing Comanche, and we'll get you rolling.
Hold short, 54 uniform.
And we're taxiing relatively quickly. I don't like taxiing. A tricycle is never a very stable vehicle, so I don't like taxiing fast. All right, there's Foxtrot.
Comanche, or correction, Cessna 54 uniform, Rockford Tower, wind 040 at 5. Traffic, heavy Boeing 767 on about a 7-mile final. Runway 1, clear for takeoff, proceed on course to West Bend.
Cleared to go on course, 54 uniform.
All right. After landing checklist. Flaps, carb heat. Mixture is lean, pitot heat we don't have, landing taxi. Strobes. Fuel pump is off. All right. I'm a half hour late. Told them 8 o'clock and I'm 8:30. Well, I hope everybody had fun. I'll spend the day now helping the guys wrench on this thing. Not that I'm very good at it, but I can run a screwdriver and take cowlings and stuff. Seats out I can do. Oh, there's another Comanche parked outside. Oh, one of the yellow and brown ones. I like that paint job. All right. Into Heritage we go.
Cessna 54 uniform, contact departure 121.0. Good day.
121.0, 54 uniform, thanks for your help.
Oh no, it's black and yellow. That's different. I like it. Okay, parking brake set. Let's shut down. Throttle to idle, it is at idle. Radio 121.5. Nope. Electrical equipment off. Boom. Come across. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Have a happy Easter. All right.